Hello, I'm Ian and I work for Every Life Matters.
And I'm Julia, I'm the training manager of Every Life Matters.
And this short video that you're about to watch is us having a bit of a conversation about how to go about creating your own suicide safety plan. So we hope you find it useful, and there's lots of other information available on the website as well. Please feel free to pause the video and work on your own safety plan as you go along. But yeah, we're going to have a bit of a chat and we're just going to talk through all the different elements to help guide you through that process.
And I think really important as well to recognise the need to be kind to yourself as you're doing this, and if you do find that it brings up stuff for you, know that you can reach out to someone as you're going through this today.
So we're here talking a little bit about safety planning today, Juliet, and let's start with a very simple question. What is a safety plan?
And I suppose the simple answer is it's what it says it is. It's a plan to keep you safe, but specific function of actually keeping you safe from ending your own life and acting on your thoughts of suicide. So the plan can be tailored to help someone maybe keep safe from acting on their thoughts of self-harm, but today we're specifically going to look at how to keep ourselves safe from acting on our thoughts of suicide. So you can see how it would be really useful, and indeed actually it could be a life-saving plan. Key issue is it belongs to you as an individual. It can include what you could do and who might support you in a crisis. It might include distraction techniques to help you get through the next few seconds or the next few minutes if those thoughts become overwhelming. How you can make your immediate environment or your situation safer, who you can contact when things get really tough, and what you can do in an emergency. So we're going to look at one today, and it does have a stepped approach. It can help us manage those fleeting thoughts of suicide that might just sort of almost be in the periphery of our minds really, but through to situations where the desire to die becomes so overwhelming we no longer think we can keep ourselves safe.
Last year I got to a point in my life where I was feeling very down and suicidal, and I was actually sectioned into hospital because of it. And it was the work I did there with the therapists and the peer support worker to kind of put a prevention for any like future sort of incidents in a way. So, yeah, that's when I realised that I needed that safety plan.
So others knew what to do when I'm in times of crisis or I needed help, and it's there for them to look at and to know how to help me in the best way possible.
So we're advocating that everybody needs to have a safety plan, but if we need a little bit of help creating our own, who can we turn to?
And I think it's really important, isn't it, to realise that thinking about our thoughts of suicide and our distress, which is what we'll be looking at, can be hard, and we therefore say it's really important to be kind for ourselves when we're thinking about one. So we'd recommend ideally you think about your plan with somebody else, and this doesn't have to be a professional. It could just be somebody who you feel safe talking with, maybe being vulnerable in front of, and that you feel sort of comfortable having these conversations with. And I think if you can't think of anyone you could safety plan with, that's okay. That's really why we're here today. We're going to go through the process step by step. But if you have anyone that is supporting you in any way, it might be worth reaching out to them. But ultimately, your safety plan is exactly that, your safety plan. So we know what may help keep you safe, but sometimes it can be useful to have that opportunity to explore it with others, but you're the expert in yourself, so yeah.
I was helped in the hospital by the peer support worker who was called Matt, and he was a great support because he'd also been through kind of those times where he's considered that. So speaking from a point of empathy, he could sit there with me. It was quite difficult at first because it's a very emotional thing to go through. So having that support was very welcome. Yeah.
Probably, if you've got a really good family member you can trust, or a good friend you can trust, ask them to help you because they know you as well. Yeah, I think if you've got a support worker, even better, and you can trust that support worker, ask them to help you.
So I've already got a wellbeing plan. Is that the same as a safety plan?
No, the two plans are different, both really important, but they're different. Because I suppose a wellbeing plan looks more about sort of living your life well, and it's more like a long-term tool for mood. I guess maybe it's almost that thriving, not surviving really, whereas a safety plan, again, very specific purpose, keeping you safe from acting on your thoughts of suicide.